What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Like, share, subscribe, comment. IG, TikTok about the video, and we're gonna hop right into it. So we are talking about another Shannon Sharpe thing. So this is separate from his recent allegations from Gabrielle Zunica and everything that went on with that. Check my other videos out for that if you want to know deeper on that topic. But just to give a brief overview, Shannon is being accused of, essay and R word Gabrielle Zunica, and she's saying, having evidence of the text messages and choke and all that. So it's been a blurry of things around that. But we have, let's say, I would say old but new allegations. I would say new to us, uh, according to her, old to the world and old to Shannon and whatever they had going on. So we have a Michele Bundy Evans. No, this is not. Well, I'm assuming. I mean, we never gonna know, but I definitely with all these going on, this is not the same Michele. Not the same Michele from his famous video. The Mom Michele shit. But this is a Michele Bundy Evans, who is currently 53. I think Shannon is currently 55 or 56 off the top of my head. He met her in 2002, my birthday actually. And she said that this incident that she is referring to happened in 2010. Um, obviously age was a thing, so I wrote down the age for y'all. So obviously she was 30 in 2002, and he was 32 in 2002. So age difference wasn't crazy. It's not even a really age difference at all. But so she is accusing him of a similar thing. She actually has an interview about this, and you can go look up the interview in entirety. I may put up some cut ups depending on how I'm feeling. But she is accusing him of attacking her and R wording her. So what she is saying that happened. So she is saying that in 2010, like I said, they had an argument about him removing one woman from the house and putting another one in the house. So before I get into the real specifics of it, obviously, they were seeing each other, but with men of power, respect, money of this sort, athletes especially, they usually are not one women men. So he was out here living his thug thriller. Now she obviously, I don't know, we don't know, all the basis of her relationship. So we don't know if she was really angry about this or this was something she was accustomed to and she just would have liked him to communicate more. But that's what we got right now. And we also know that she was dating somebody else at the time while she was dating Shannon, and he allegedly wanted. Well, I said dating somebody else, dating who is now her current husband. If you watch the interview, you'll get a little confused. You'll think she married at the time, but her current husband, not she wasn't married to him at the time. That Shannon tried to get her to break up with him. I mean, break up with him, and even though she wasn't the only woman that he was seeing. So yeah, that's the thing right there. So what she is alleged, and when we get into the specifics of it, she is saying, as they were arguing, Shannon forced her down to her knees and forced his penis in her mouth till he ejaculated.
He was controlling. He was domineering. Um, he was manhandling me beforehand, and he wanted to have sex, and I told him no. I told him no because you gave it to somebody else. I didn't only tell him no. I told him why, and he wouldn't take no for an answer. So he overpowered me, put me to my knees, put his penis in my mouth, and after he got enough of that, he put me on the bed. And, this was all a struggle. So I had said no. And I said no, even though I was thinking that. And so it was the hardest. Yeah, this is too hard.
She said after this incident happened, she wasn't even really going to tell anybody. She wasn't going to acknowledge that it happened. But she said that Shannon kept, egging it on, saying that if you tell anybody, I'm gonna destroy you, and I'm gonna come after you, this, and that. And so that's why she said it hasn't really came to light as much as it should, or if it is true. And she said she has been allegedly suing him for 15 years. So
I remember he got dressed and he knew what he did. And so, I just kind of escorted him out the door. And and then I wasn't going to do anything about it. Um, sometimes when you're with the person for a long time, it's hard for you to realize that they're being the perpetrator, even though you know it, you don't want to admit it, and there's so much going through your mind. Uh, but then he started coming at me. If I tell anybody, he'll use everybody he knows to destroy me, which he basically has.
That's pretty much the basis of all the allegations and what he said that this Michele Bundy Evans woman is accusing him of. So yeah, I would just like some type of confirmation first that this she has actually been at least attempting to sue him, or trying to do some type of thing in the paperwork for this long. The timing, like I said, if we cannot prove that she has been trying to do this for so long, and the timing would be all but the more interesting. um it also, I have another theory. Could be, back to the Shaq shit. Could be getting brought to life so much right now is because Shaq is throwing his weight and his money around, and that's why she is getting more publicity in a whole fucking interview at around the same time as the Gabrielle Zunica shit. After we have that leak audio of Shaq or Matt Barnes saying Shaq trying to get Shannon in trouble. So that could be it, but Um, we'll never know for sure. Let's be for real. We'll never know who's really telling the truth, who's not, unless we got fucking camera evidence. So I mean, I don't want to see that shit. But like I said, we'll never know the truth. Um, so we'll really just have to wait to see how these allegations spiral. I mean, for her sake, if she's telling the truth, hopefully they get some weight. But I mean, I'm just saying, if shit ain't happening in 15 years, the lawsuit allegations probably ain't going nowhere. So if she is telling the truth about that, I don't know if Shannon's just we can say what she's saying. Shannon's throwing his weight around and making sure it doesn't happen, or they could just be felonious. So like I said, we'll really never know. But it's very interesting time, and I'll say that. But that's all I really gotta say though. Like, share, subscribe, comment. IG TikTok on the video, and we out.